So I don't think, I mean, okay, I don't know whether you can, maybe when you follow the recording, right? You have to watch 2 recordings. I don't know. Right. So let's continue this one. Last one. The U. Sorry, V. No. So what is V? Then what is V? V. Yes. V is the URL. V is URL, Uniform Resource Locator. Right. Yeah. Right. The last one. The third part. Okay. Let's do the third one as well. Can you quickly do the third one? Match the description given from A to D with the correct terms from the list given above and write down the relevant term against the label. You know, you can do the third one. Okay, it's okay, Maya. You watched the recording. So we did one HTML question from 2018. Maybe you can watch the first part of the recording. So you just join the second part, so you can watch the first part of the recording. So now we do the B part. B part. Maybe if you have, I mean, if you guys have, if you're having a, let's say a power bank. I mean, I don't know. Mayada, you know, if you have a power bank with you, you can use that power bank to power up your router. So you have to buy a small cable which will cost around I don't know, because when I bought this, this was 750 on 750 rupees in Daraz. So maybe I don't know. Some in some places they sell this up to 2000 something, but this is basically a cable. So where you can connect your power bank and then you can power up the Wi-Fi router using the power bank. So when you don't have power during the power cut, you can power up the Wi-Fi router if you have a router. But still, I know it's still dark, right? Okay. Right, okay, shall we see this? Okay, A delivers web pages to clients using HTTP. So what is A? Again, you have to pick the list, pick the answers from the list, the above list. Okay, okay, what is A then? Okay, yes, Atika correct, Raid correct, Uzma correct, Raiza correct. Okay, A delivers web pages to client using HTTP. Remember, so where do we save the web pages? When you create a web page, right? We have to host the page. Right? Hosting means you have to save the page in the web servers. Okay, web server. That is in a simple term. So now delivers web pages to client using HTTP. So when you want to, let's say, okay, you are typing a web address into the browser, so you want to view the web page. So basically what happens, the browser access the page from the web server using the HTTP protocol. So it delivers web pages to client. This is A is web server. Web server. Okay. Okay. B helps uniquely identify a computer on the internet. Identify a computer. Help uniquely identify a computer. Very simple, right? Yes, yes. Let me check the answers. Yes, Uzma correct, Raid correct, Sara correct, Atika correct, Samiha correct, Raiza correct. Yes. So this is IP address. This is IP address. Uniquely identify a computer on the internet, right? Right, okay, next one. See, every email that is sent passes through a series of this type of servers along its way to its intended reception. Okay, so when it comes to email, yes, Raisa correct, Atika correct. So email, we have to send, okay, when you send an email, it initially goes to where? It goes to the mail server. So this is mail server, right? Then basically when you send an email to a person, let's say in Europe, so it goes to a mail server in Europe, and from there it goes to the your friend's mailbox. Okay. D, unwanted email messages. How do you call unwanted email messages? Yes, Raisa correct, right correct, Uzma correct, Samiha correct, Atika correct. Unwanted email messages. So I still remember you have to pick the answers from this list, right? Just pick the answers from this list. So so you have like, okay, the here see spam mails. So you have the spam mail. So unwanted messages are called spams. So this is spam mail. Okay. Right, so we are done with this paper. So do you have any question on this paper? Okay, let's start the 2019 paper as well. So let us go to 2019 paper. 2019. Wait, let me load the paper. Give me a minute. Okay, again, oops, it's a long one, right? Okay, we'll do this one, 2019 paper. Can you try this one? Okay, here's the output, right? They have given the output here. Right. Okay, you can do this one. I hope you have the past paper at least. Okay, we'll do this paper to answer this question. It's question number, I guess 3. Okay, question number 4. Question number 4 in 2019 paper. So we'll answer the third part first, then we'll come back to others, right? Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Okay. We'll start with the first one, then it's easy. Okay, so we can finish it for the today. Okay, sorry. So we'll do the first one. Fourth one, we'll do the first paper, first part, not the third one. We'll come to that later. So first do this one. Okay, Raisa, done. Only the first part. Don't do the second or third part. Only the first part. So you can write the answers in your notebook, right? Maybe you can write the question number and you can write the answers. Yes, once you finish, please raise the hands. Yes, Hamdi, Huda, only first part. Finish A, B, C, D, E, F part. Okay, five participants complete. Okay, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, shall we'll discuss then. First one determines the correspondence between the domain name and IP address. Domain name and IP address. So you have a domain name, you have to get the IP address. Or maybe you have IP address, you have to get the domain name. Yes, what is first one then? Yes, Raiza correct, Samiha correct, Uzma correct. First one. First one, how do you convert a domain name to IP address? Yes, very good. First one is DNS. Here it says DNS service. DNS, this should be actually DNS. Okay, let's write service. DNS server, right? Okay, but they have given DNS service. Right. First one, you know the DNS server, right? DNS where you can convert the domain name to IP address. Okay, second one is used to transfer large files from one computer to another one. You have to, if you want to transfer large files from one computer to another one. So what is the answer? Yes, Samiha correct, Uzma correct, Raiza correct. When you want to transfer large files, always remember the large files. Yes, Atika correct. So large files, this is FTP, file transfer protocol, or maybe you can write capital FTP, that's fine. FTP, file transfer protocol, is used to transfer large files from one computer to another. Second one. Third one is one of the most important protocols for email transport between email servers. So what is the protocol we use for email transportation? Raiza correct, Atika correct, Samiha correct. That's all, no? Yes. How about others? What is that protocol? Uzma correct. What is the protocol? To exchange email. What is the protocol we used? Hamdi, what is the protocol? SMTP. Or Sara, not ICMP. ICMP used for what purpose? To detect errors. If there is an error in the communication, when you exchange the messages, if there is any let's say if the message is not packet, basically the packet is not received, or if the packet is lost, then we use the system use the ICMP. But now here they are talking about the email. During the email, right? Email exchange, the protocol is SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Is that clear? SMTP. Next is the top level domain of the name www.ni.lk. So what is the top level? LK. So LK. So I don't know if you are following the news closely. So I think there is an issue going on about the .lk domain registry. So they are actually basically a .lk domain. LK domain is a government organization. LK domain is a government organization, but what happened? This was under University of Moratuwa, but without the government, without proper permission, they sold this to a private company. So basically now it's owned by a private company. So they earn money from that. I don't know what happened in between them and the government. So this issue is now, it's now on the news, right? So about the LK domain, okay. I don't know whether you have seen this, right? Okay. So then could be used to find out web pages whose URLs are not known. Next one. So E, so when the URL is not known, we don't know the web address. But if you want to find out something in the web page, in the internet, so what is the answer? Could be used to find out. Search engines, very good. So that is search engine. So E is search engine. Remember what is search engine? So when the URL is not known, right? We have to use the search engines like what? Google or like Bing. You can use that, I mean, search engines to search under text or keyword. Okay, next one. Separates the username and the domain name of an email address. Very simple. When you write an email ID, for example, if you write an email ID, something like this, then okay, you have two parts to this. One is username. This is username. This is username. And this one is domain name, right? Domain name. So the username and domain names are separated using an @ sign. So the last one is the @ sign, right? At, you can say @ sign, symbol, @ symbol. So that is the last one. Yes, right, correct. Atika, correct. Okay, good. So we'll continue this the second part and also the HTML part in the coming paper classes. Okay. Okay. Any questions or any suggestions? Any feedbacks?